Something's happening behind Disney's doors, and it's not part of the script. Tom Holland, Anthony Mackie, Chris Hemsworth. Actors are quietly walking, scripts are getting shredded, and top stars are cutting their own paths outside the MCU, onto studios like Netflix and Apple. This isn't just about movie roles. You can see that this is really about power plays and loyalty shifts. Sources close to the studio say Disney's grip is weakening as actors chase creative freedom and bigger checks elsewhere. But behind the cameras, it's pure chaos. Directors are walking, villains are being recast mid-development, and Marvel's biggest stars are suddenly everywhere, except the MCU. So let's start with the new Cap himself, Anthony Mackie. Mackie made waves in Captain America: Brave New World, which hit theaters in February 2025. His Sam Wilson took center stage, and fans loved it. But instead of riding that Marvel high, Mackie made a sharp left turn, behind the camera. He's directing Spark, a gritty sci-fi thriller about a black female soldier defying prejudice to become an astronaut. It's raw, political, grounded, and it's not with Marvel. It's with Topic Studios, a company that's partnered with Hulu and Netflix. Mackie starred in Peacock's Twisted Metal, a chaotic, brutal action comedy that feels like the anti-Marvel. He's also in The Banker on Apple TV+, tackling real-world racial injustice in 1960s America. These roles are bold, dramatic, and completely outside Disney's lane. So the question is no longer, can Mackie carry the MCU? It's, does he even want to anymore? Now let's talk about Tom Holland, the MCU's golden boy turned Apple's rising star. He's been Marvel's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man since Civil War, but lately, he's swinging far from Disney's orbit. First came The Crowded Room, a dark, psychological thriller on Apple TV+ in 2023. No suits, no CGI, just a broken teenager at the center of a crime mystery. Now, Holland's reportedly gearing up for F1, a $150 million Formula One drama with Brad Pitt dropping June 2025. It's a prestige play, and Apple's writing the checks. Holland's been eyeing serious roles for a while. He starred in Cherry back in 2021, another Apple-funded drama directed by the Russo brothers. But here's where it gets interesting. Fans still remember that cheeky jab Holland threw at Anthony Mackie, mocking him for not having a solo film. Mackie clapped back, plugging Brave New World. At the time, it felt like playful banter, but now, some are wondering if it was a glimpse of something deeper. Two stars tired of playing second fiddle to Disney's creative control. But it's not just Mackie and Holland. Other Avengers are joining the exodus. Chris Hemsworth, our God of Thunder, went full Mad Max in Furiosa, a Mad Max saga for Warner Brothers in 2024. He's also in Netflix's Extraction series, playing a mercenary in high-octane action flicks. These roles are raw, physical, and outside Disney's family-friendly bubble. Then there's Simu Liu, the Shang-Chi star who stole scenes in Barbie for Warner Brothers in 2023. Liu's also in Simulant, a 2023 sci-fi indie, and Atlas on Netflix with Jennifer Lopez. These are diverse roles: comedy, sci-fi, action, showing Liu's not tied to Marvel's kung fu multiverse. Fans are hyped, but some wonder if he's frustrated with Shang-Chi 2's slow progress. So then, what's the deal? These Avengers stars are flexing their star power on Netflix, Apple, Warner Brothers, A24, you name it. Are they rebelling against Disney's formula? Endless sequels, multiverse chaos, and executive meddling? Disney's known for tight control, and Marvel's recent stumbles, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania's mixed reviews, might have actors itching for freedom. Or is this just Hollywood ambition, with stars leveraging MCU fame for bigger paychecks and creative control? Either way, the fact that every major Avenger is doing high-profile non-Disney work feels like a statement. The actors are building empires outside the mouse house of Disney, and fans are starting to wonder if it's a middle finger to Marvel's execs. If the actors are jumping to non-Disney projects like we just saw, could it be because the MCU's house is on fire? From directors bailing to villains getting scrapped, Marvel's in a tailspin, and fans are pointing fingers at Disney's executives. Let's unpack the madness and see if it's fueling a rebellion. First up, the director drama. Destin Daniel Cretton, the guy who made Shang-Chi a fan favorite, was locked into direct Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, originally set for 2025. This was going to be the MCU's next big thing, tying together the multiverse saga. But in November 2023, Cretton walks away. Official reports say it's scheduling conflicts, but fans really aren't buying it. He's now focusing on Shang-Chi 2 and a Disney Plus show, Wonder Man, starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. Sure, those are cool projects, but bailing on an Avengers movie? That's a red flag. Did Cretton clash with Disney execs over their vision? Or lack thereof? Some fans even think he saw the writing on the wall with Marvel's bigger problems. To talk about the Kang fiasco, Jonathan Majors was poised to be the MCU's next Thanos, playing Kang the Conqueror in Loki and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. But in December 2023, Disney fired Majors after his legal troubles, and the entire Kang storyline got scrapped. Fans were shook. Marvel pivoted hard, bringing back Robert Downey Jr., not as Iron Man, but as Dr. Doom for Avengers Doomsday. The Russo brothers, who directed Endgame, are back to steer the ship. But this last-minute switch screams panic. Quantumania already took heat for mixed reviews. Some called it a multiverse mess. Did Disney's rush to replace Kang show they're out of touch? And could that be pushing actors away? It's not just directors and villains. Disney's whole MCU strategy is under fire. CEO Bob Iger admitted in 2023 that Marvel, quote, lost focus by churning out too many Disney Plus shows like She-Hulk and Secret Invasion, which got lukewarm fan reactions. Take Thunderbolts, rebranded as The New Avengers for May 2025. Leaked spoilers about its roster, including Bucky and Yelena, had fans raging about Disney's sloppy marketing. This chaos goes beyond Marvel. Disney's been battling bigger storms, like the 2023 writers and actor strikes, which delayed projects and frustrated talent. Disney Plus is struggling with subscriber growth, and execs are tightening budgets. Remember when Disney lost Justin Connolly, a key executive, to YouTube in 2025? That's a sign of instability. Fans are connecting the dots. If Disney's squeezing Marvel's budgets, are actors like Mackie and Holland feeling the pinch? Are they jumping to Netflix, Apple, or indie studios for better pay or creative freedom? And let's not forget the bigger picture. Disney's grip on the MCU is backfiring, and cracks are showing. Back in 2018, Solo, a Star Wars story, flopped, partly because it clashed with Avengers: Infinity War's release. Disney learned not to overcrowd their slate. But now, they're delaying Doomsday to avoid clashing with The Mandalorian and Grogu. This micromanaging feels like execs are scrambling to keep control. So, what does this all mean? Marvel's chaos, directors leaving, villains swapped, shows flopping, and spoilers leaking makes it look like Disney's dropping the ball. Could this be why actors are seeking projects elsewhere? If Disney's meddling is stifling creativity, it's no wonder stars might want out. Clue 2. Marvel's a hot mess, and the chaos might just be fueling a showdown with the Avengers cast.
So we've got actors like Anthony Mackie and Tom Holland building empires outside Disney, and Marvel's drowning in chaos with directors bailing and villains getting axed. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this really an Avengers versus Disney showdown? Picture this, a full-blown rebellion where the MCU's biggest stars are fed up with Disney's control and taking their talents to Netflix, Apple, and beyond. To connect the dots, we've seen Mackie directing Spark with Topic Studios, Holland racing into Apple's F1, and stars like Hemsworth, Lou, and Stan dominating in Warner Brothers, A24, and Netflix projects. Why does this feel rebellious? Disney's known for locking talent into long-term MCU contracts with strict schedules and family-friendly formulas. If actors feel stifled, say by endless CGI battles or recycled storylines, jumping to platforms with more creative freedom makes sense. Could this be their way of saying, we're more than superheroes? Now, add Marvel's chaos to the mix. Destin Daniel Cretton's exit from Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, the Kang to Dr. Doom pivot, and Disney Plus shows like Secret Invasion getting mixed reviews. It's a mess. Avengers Doomsday, hitting theaters in December 2026, is Marvel's biggest gamble yet. It's got a stacked cast. Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, the X-Men like James Marsden and Ian McKellen, and the Fantastic Four with Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby. The Russo brothers are back, fresh off Endgame's success. On paper, it's epic. But what if it's too much? Fans are worried, with some saying that Disney's cramming everyone in to save the MCU. But it might flop. If Doomsday feels bloated or rushed, like Quantumania did for some, it could tank Marvel's credibility. And if actors are already branching out, a flop could push them further away. So whether it's a full-on Avengers versus Disney showdown or just actors spreading their wings, something's definitely stirring in the MCU. Avengers Doomsday drops in December 2026, but will it unite the team or expose more cracks? I want to hear your thoughts. Is Disney losing its grip, or is this just the multiverse at work?